It's Tuesday, October 24th. 24 was my football number because I wanted to be 16, but they told me that was a quarterback number, and as a wide receiver I could be 24, which was my second choice because I see numbers as colors. Like when I picture the 4, it's always blue, for instance. And I read in an article, I guess a few years ago, I realized, oh, that's an actual thing. It's called Dysynthesia or something. Geniuses have. Where was I? Apple just called because I'm having trouble. Like my speakerphone doesn't work sometimes and stuff. So he says I need to back it all or like restart it as a new thing. And I don't want to pay to back up everything in the cloud. And he says I shouldn't use the iTunes back I've been using. So I was just deleting everything on my phone, making sure I'm good with everything because I'm going to lose it all. So I was deleting all my old texts because I realize, every woman I've met on Tinder or whatever, it doesn't matter. None of that's going anywhere. I'll just delete everything. But I text myself a lot, like stand-up ideas I have, that kind of thing. Sometimes audio text where I say the stand-up act into the phone, things I think of while I'm sleeping. Like if I'm lying in bed, I'm like, oh, here's a good idea, and I'll record it. Anyway, so I was trying to select. Sometimes I also text myself people from Tinder to say, oh, I should super swipe them later if I run out of super swipes for the day. So I was going through deleting all the super swipes, like selecting them, and I didn't select my stand-up ideas, and then I clicked delete all, and I thought that was just going to delete what I selected, but it deleted everything. So all my stand-up ideas are gone. So now I'm depressed. Oh, but what I was saying about colors, yeah, so I see numbers in colors, and to me the number 1 is black, which is neutral, but the number 6 is green, and green is like my favorite color. But I couldn't have 16, and 2 is kind of like pale yellow, white. The number 4 is blue, and so blue is my second favorite color, so 24 was my second choice. What's my third favorite number? I can't remember. I think it's 12. I don't know why. Okay, ran for 45 minutes while watching Stranger Things. Then I had like some kind of rock or something in my toe, so I took off my shoe, and then the treadmill went off pause and stopped, and then I was like, screw it, I won't do the full hour. Then I did some weights, and Catherine was in the background, so I didn't want to film, and now I'm going. Last night, when I got into bed, I listened to a podcast by Tim Schmoyer, who I like because he has a CH in his name like me. Some woman on Facebook recommended I listen to his very first podcast from a couple years ago because it listed ways to make money online. And it was actually a fantastic podcast. It was just sort of bad audio of him giving a speech, but he listed off 10 ways he makes money, and it gave me an idea. Like he talks about how if he does a video about his, like a vlog, about his family, like every Saturday they have Family Adventure Day, then he could write a little book, like 52 things to do during the year for a Family Adventure Day. And then he sells that on Amazon. And he'll make like $600 from that, as opposed to maybe like $5 that he'll get from the YouTube AdSense. So it started making me think about like what I could write books about that would tie in to my videos. For example, how to make a vlog with Instagram stories like I'm doing. Right now, though, I'm on my way to the Apple Store. Last night I signed up for a class here. They have a music studio hour where you can come and talk about music, or I assume recording any sound, and I want to learn how to use 2 mics. They told me on the phone that I couldn't use 2 mics, like 2 XLR mics, at the same time in GarageBand, but I want to confirm that that is true, and if it is, see what my other options are, so that I can use 2 mics for my podcast. Oh! That is like, like you go to church and you see a crucifix. That's my crucifix. Or I guess I'm Jewish, so it's my Star of David. Anyways, I just always feel very happy here because it makes me feel like I'm around creative people. I feel inspired. I feel very poor, though. All right, Christopher's sitting there. Usually he went to get something, and we're looking at that, and I have set up my whole computer here. I brought my mics and my setup because I'm like a really cool guy. I have girlfriends, and I go to parties a lot, so this is why I go to the Apple Store with my success. Christopher was able to show me how to use both my mics to record a podcast, and he also showed me like filters and stuff that could supposedly improve my voice, but he says I have a very good voice already, so And as regular followers of me will know, this is yet another example of when Apple on the phone told me that something's impossible, and then I either looked it up online and figured it out for myself, or I went to the store and they showed me how to do it. So don't take no for an answer. Okay, I've started doing some copywriting here, and then Sudeepta invited me to see a Bollywood movie in Scarborough tonight. I think I met her on Shaper, maybe? I don't even know anymore. But it would take an hour to get there, and now I'll be too late. I should have left right from the Eaton Center. But I thought, well, I should take my laptop home. Anyways, again, I'm not good with time management. But I guess this means I don't have an excuse to not just get this copywriting done and some other stuff, and maybe I can meet her tomorrow night. Okay, let's work. Okay, so I saw a girl post, does anybody know a good water filtration option? She's sick of her Brita. So I Googled and emailed a few water filtration places to see if I could set up a referral program to give my followers a discount. And this guy just says, why not? And I'm like, okay, should I contact you regularly? Sure. Not sure. Sure? Come on, Wayne, step it up. But in better news, check it out. I just got a friend request from Clark Bartram. He's the fitness expert that's in all those YouTube videos that are, or like commercials that are playing before my YouTube videos. And he's my idol. And I've been making his chili. It was so he could invite me to his new coaching group. I just need you to get in and be active. So here it is. So, okay. Now I got no excuse not to go to the gym. I'm gonna go every day and I gotta let them know. And I love that it's for badass men over 50 because I'm not quite there yet. So I'm like a little baby. I'm so young. Oh, tee-hee. Yeah, I just made some chicken, but in the meantime I ate a lot of tuna on rice cakes. Anyways, I want to ask you, remind me to call the lung clinic tomorrow. I had an episode in the spring. I wasn't yet vlogging yet, so there's not really a record. But I couldn't breathe at night, and I went to the ambulance. Yeah, I did call an ambulance. I called 911, and they came in an ambulance and took me away in a stretcher. And afterwards, I went to my family doctor, and she recommended me to the Toronto Lung Clinic, and then they eventually called, and I was like, you know what, I'm feeling fine now. I don't need to go anymore, because I didn't want the test. It's to test if you have asthma, and I didn't want to find out if I have asthma, because I figured I'd rather not know, but ever since then, I've had trouble getting air in my lungs. Like, I just can't. I feel like I can't fill my lungs with air, so I gotta call and see if I can get an appointment. I was just going through my pile of receipts here, like some leftover taxes stuff, and I see here's the receipt for the ambulance. So it was May 18th, and it cost me $45. So much for free healthcare, Canada. And then here's a blood test. My doctor said I should do a blood test, and then I just never got around to it. I guess I'm supposed to fast overnight and then just show up and do it. That's a cute little signature, eh? Is that her like face with a little happy face and dots? Well, her name's Vivian, so maybe this is like, how many I's? V-I, yeah, that could be the I's. Who knows? Maybe it's both. I have a very creative doctor. Which is not what you want in a doctor. You want a doctor who's a good doctor, I guess. All right, my teeth are brushed, and I've got laundry in, which is why I'm wearing this luxurious bathrobe. Hey, maybe, Hugh Hefner has passed away. Maybe I'm the new Hugh Hefner. One of my exes, I guess one of the gens, probably the most recent gen, got me this bathrobe, knowing that I like gray, clearly. My loves have known me so well. Anyways, here's the plan. It's 9:15 p.m., no more screwing around. I've got copywriting to do that they want by 9 a.m., but here's the plan. I'm going to get into the bed now, in the darkness, maybe listen to a podcast until 10, and then I'll wake up by 6 or 7, and I'll work for a couple hours. Then at 9, I'll go to the gym for like an hour and a bit. So by like, say, 10:30, I'll be working on videos. And I will go to the store, or I'll go to the newspaper box, and I'll get a Metro, and I'll read the celebrity gossip, and I will write some jokes about it, and I'll film a little celebrity gossip report just to get this ball rolling, see if it works. Because my other idea, remember how yesterday I said I had that idea to maybe write some jokes about the home hardware headlines, like in their home hardware newsletter, and I decided maybe I should just delete those emails because that's not a good enough idea to be cluttering up my inbox. Well, here's another one. I've been saving the IKEA flyers. I don't even get these because I have a no junk mail notice in my mailbox, but I found some in the recycling area of the newsroom, of the mailroom, and I thought, I'll write some funny jokes about these headlines because I used to write these IKEA headlines, so I'm uniquely qualified to, critique the headlines and stuff, but maybe that's not a good enough joke. It would be mildly entertaining, perhaps. Well, let me try. Host, roast, and toast. Haha! That's about the holidays. Yeah, maybe this isn't a good idea. Also, I should be focusing my time on celebrity gossip that people might actually, be Googling. I want to do topics like celebrities because people are interested in those topics. They'll be searching for them. I'll show up in their feed. And also because my main goal is I would like to interview more celebrities and become buddies with them and be in the entertainment world. And critiquing IKEA flyers, it's not helpful. It's not part of that plan. It's not on my path to fame. I can't imagine I would get famous for critiquing IKEA flyers. Maybe. No, let's just say a hard no on that one. So I'm going to go to, I'm doing the plan now. I'm going to go lie in darkness now, listen to the podcast, get up early, and we're going to do a celebrity gossip report tomorrow. So stay tuned. Thanks for keeping with me on this journey.